All right, this is the second time I have to do this video. Um, I played the video back and checked it. It was all there. It seems part of it's missing now. I don't know what happened. All right, so this is a story, but it has some information in it that might help you. Now, uh, I used to work lots of overtime and two shifts, trying to get this one part of the company, the computer repair, caught up. So I would come home late, and I wasn't going to cook when I come home. So I'd stop at KFC, get myself some fried chicken, come home, throw the TV on, sit down, and eat the fried chicken. Take the chicken, the box of chicken, the bones, and put it in the garbage in a plastic bag. I put it out in the garbage. So I noticed I was going out to work in the morning, and I started noticing on certain mornings I would find a KFC box on the front lawn. And I had no clue what was happening. So I paid more attention when I came home, looking out, and finally I spotted it. It was a raccoon. Now I went out there with the garden hose, and he's up in the tree in front of my house, and he's eating the chicken bones, the KFC chicken bones, and I got the garden hose. I'm on single stream. I know I got 130 pounds of pressure because I live at the bottom of a hill, and I'm nailing this son of a bitch in his ass. And he continues to eat the chicken. He doesn't make any kind of noises at all. He's just like, F you, F you. And then he drops the box, comes down the tree, and goes on his merry way. So I pick the mess up, I put it away. And then starts the next few weeks. I'm talking with people at work, and we're trying all these different ways to get rid of the raccoon. And some of the neighbors are like just saying to me, well, you shouldn't be eating so much fried food. And I'm like, this isn't what I'm saying. I'm asking you to give me some ideas about the raccoon. Now, a couple guys who work, they have guns. They said, just shoot the thing. So I went up to the town hall, into the police department. I asked him, he said, no, you can't do that. I said, you won't come and shoot the raccoon. No, you can't have a friend do it. I said, can I have somebody trap it? Yes. So I call the guy up, and he says, it's very hard to catch them this time of year. There's too many food sources out there. Well, anyway, so I come back, and I'm up at work, and everybody's giving me the same thing. Shoot it. Don't worry about the police and all this other stuff. So when I worked in RCA, we left the windows open, and we didn't have screens. And raccoons would come into the building, and the next morning they would be sleeping somewhere, and it would scare one of the girls, the testers. They call the police. The police would come right over. They'd come in with a gun. They'd go in there and they'd shoot it. And one time, we used to have cement floors in RCA in certain sections, and they shot with a handgun. They missed it. They missed the raccoon or possum, whatever it was, and the bullet ricocheted up, went into a piece of test equipment, and started a fire. It's pretty funny. Anyway, that's one of the funny stories. So I knew that Harrison would come out under certain circumstances and just shoot the animal. I also knew that, what was the other town? Lyndhurst. I got in a fight with a cop in Lyndhurst. Basically, he kept shooting skunks in his neighbor's garage. And they kept spraying the poor guy. And the old guy comes in. He's almost crying. And then the cop comes in right after that. And when the way he's talking, I said, have you been shooting skunks in your neighbor's garage? Yeah, it goes in there, I shoot it. I said, I said, every time you shoot that skunk, it sprays all over his stuff in the garage. Oh, I don't care. So, of course, I had to be self-righteous and start a fight with the guy. And then when he left, the guy that ran hardware says, you shouldn't have messed with him. He's a real prick. I said, you're not supposed to discharge your gun. Anytime you discharge your gun as a policeman, you're supposed to report it. I don't want to hear any more about it. So anyway, that's the experiences. So I got this raccoon, and he's visiting me on a schedule, and everybody at work's giving me these stupid ideas. So finally, this one guy is a boss, and he's probably the dumbest boss in the place. And he reminds you of George W. Bush. Same height, same chubbiness, same. Anyway, and he goes, he says, we had real bad raccoon problems in my neighborhood. He says, we went for those garbage cans with the with the chain holding the lid on? I said, yeah. I said, other people tried it, but the garbage men can't get the lid open, so they leave the garbage can with the garbage. And he goes, yeah. So he's telling me, he goes, but he was looking around, and he says to me, I'll tell you the secret. And I said, oh, okay. And he then tells me a real quick thing, and it absolutely worked. He says, he asked me, do you put your garbage out in plastic bags? Yes. Are they good? Yeah. There's no holes in them. Good. That's what you need. He says, you get yourself some ammonia. You got some? I said, yeah, I have a bottle of ammonia. Take the ammonia, put it in a pump spray bottle. Don't dilute it. Straight. When you're ready to put the bag out in the garbage can, spray 3 pumps of ammonia into the bag and tie the bag off with a knot or use duct tape. He says, you'll notice the bag puffs up. He says, that's ammonia gas. He says, put it out for garbage and get yourself a chair and some popcorn and a beverage and sit out there and watch the raccoon show up. And I knew what time he'd come. And I put the garbage can in its spot, which is under the tree out in front of the house. And here he comes. He comes along. He jumps up. There's no lid on the garbage can. He's standing on the plastic bag. And I could see this plastic bag is, even with his weight on it, it's puffy. He puts his 2 paws in the plastic and he pulls it apart and he sticks his nose down in there. He's greeted with ammonia gas. Before he even gets his nose near the hole, he does a somersault and he leaves. He's gone. So it took 2 more visits before I got rid of him. And the one time after he did open it, he went up in the tree, and I went and got the garden hose. And he was in a bad mood. He was making all noises back at me, which in the past he never did before. And I soaked him. I kept spraying him in the head and in the ass with the water. And then finally he come down the tree, and I'm nailing him all the way down the tree. And he's trying to come near me. He's mad, and I'm just power blasting him in the face. And finally he went away, and he never came back ever again. But I just wanted to tell you this story. Now, what happened to the video was I played it all the way through, and then I played it all the way through, and then I uploaded it, and then I went to double check to make sure I had said something, and the video was only 8 megs long. What the hell happened? And the 5K player took over the file. See, I installed 5K player to fix the camera problem, which it didn't fix, and now it's like taking over my computer. I think when I power up, it labels all the files 5K. Now what happened was I was in the middle of trying to play the video, and I noticed I'm in the 5K player or Windows Media, and I went out of I switched when I was in the video. I switched to VLC, I think it is, and then I said to myself, "Oh, what did I do?" But then I went online and checked what I had uploaded, and that seemed to be missing the second part. They're giving it thumbs up or whatever, but I can't seem to play the second half of it. So I did the video again. This is my second time. Right? This happens a lot. If you do videos, some of them don't come out. Some of them cut off before you're done. That's why I tell you, before you complain about anybody's videos, try doing it yourself. Do like 5 or 6 videos, and then realize you don't like your own voice. Realize how stupid you sound, how many mistakes you make. You can't remember certain words. It's hilarious. I watch other people's videos, and sometimes they'll say something, they correct themselves. They'll say something else, they'll correct themselves. They'll say something else, they'll correct themselves. That video's off by then. We all make mistakes. But there was one guy, every time he would say a statement about the radio, he would then correct himself. Then he'd say another statement. Then he'd correct himself. After about 5 times, I shut the video off. Something's wrong with him. But I just had to do this video again. Now I'm burping. I just sort of ate my meal, and I was aggravated that the video got lost. See, this is what happens. I got this idea. Let me tell this funny story. and then you do it, and then you realize it didn't work. And I had trouble uploading it too. This isn't easy what I do. I think that's it. All right, that's it for now.